Do you ever wonder if people are listening to you? This is a big topic in the wildland firefighting profession, and that is effective communication. Communication amongst wildland firefighters is huge. Everything from briefings to when you first arrive at a fire to clearly communicating expectations and assignments to resources to maintaining communications while resources are on the fire line. This is a big deal, and communication oftentimes seems to be issues and the breakdown when there are emergencies, when there are incidents that happen. And so when I was teaching, I used to love teaching a class. It was called S200, or Initial Attack Incident Commander. And this particular class was a class that was designed for firefighters that were just beginning to get into leadership. So it's kind of that first class going from just a regular wildland firefighter up to a leadership position. I loved teaching this class. It was that first class where you put the tool down and you pick up that leadership wand and you start leading those forces those resources that you were over or that you're with. And I loved this class. And I had some great instructors and when I took the class, and just loved, it was a great class. Well, here's one of the things that I would do in that class to help teach and for folks to think about communication. So I would get one person that knew how to tie a necktie, and then I would get another person that did not know how to tie a necktie. And so what I would do is send the person that did not know how to tie the necktie outside the room, and then I would give both of them a walkie-talkie. And so the one that knew how to tie a tie had to communicate with the guy that did not know how to tie one outside the room by the walkie-talkie, and he'd have to tell him how to tie the necktie. And man, I've got some hilarious stories over the years of doing that. But again, it taught effective communication. And I can remember many times on the fire line that I would be in a stressful situation, or I would be trying to get a hold of a resource. And most of the time it was by radio traffic. So we'd be using like walkie-talkies or radio. And I'd be calling them on the radio, and I'm thinking, gosh, are they even listening? Do they have the radio on? Is it loud enough? Are they hearing me? And now over and over and over, you're trying to call them on the radio, and you're wondering like, man, where are they at? What are they doing? Like, I really need to talk to them. And oftentimes we even do that in our daily lives, like with our cell phones. And, we'll send a text message to somebody, and we're waiting like, do they get it? Or we call them and the phone just rings and it goes to voicemail, and you're like, man, are they even listening? Are they paying attention? And oftentimes, I think you and I think about that with God. Is he really listening? Especially when our prayers are something that we need an answer right now, or we want an answer right now. I know there are times in my walk with the Lord that I have asked him things that I wanted an answer right now. And I knew that he was going to ask me to wait, that he was going to require me to wait. But I often wondered sometimes, like, God, are you even listening? There were times when I was hurting and pain and heartache and sorrow, and I'm calling out to God, and I'm just wondering, okay, God, are you even listening to me? Well, I want to take you to a little verse. This comes out of 1 John. John is an old man now, writing most likely in the area of Ephesus, and he writes 3 letters to the churches in that area. And in this letter, this is the last chapter. He's concluding the letter, 1 John chapter number 5, verse number 14. Listen to what John says. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Now, there's a lot in this verse to unpack. But first of all, it's that confidence that you and I need to have, the confidence that God hears us. He does listen to you. Psalm 40 says he inclines his ear unto us. And I love that because I love that as I think about that psalm and God inclining his ear to us, because as we're crying out to him, he's turning his ear and listening to us. So you can have the confidence that God does hear you, and also know that if you ask anything, he is listening to you. Now, listen to what John says here. If we ask anything according to his will. Now, that's the part where we think God's not listening, because we want God to answer our prayers the way we want them answered. We want God answering our prayers right now on our timeline. But John reminds us in this one little verse that God answers our prayers and he hears our prayers according to his will. And so today, be confident that God does hear your prayers. And not only is he hearing your prayers, but he will answer them. And he's going to answer them according to his will. Why? Because his will is best for you and I. He knows what's best for you. He knows what's good for you. And he's going to answer those prayers according to his will. So have confidence today that God does hear every word that you say to him. And he's listening, and he will answer your prayers.